Morning to everyone. To explain the topic maximum principal strain theory. Last class I will explain these two theories: the maximum principal stress, the maximum principal strain. The two theories last class I will explain. The two theories example problems I will explain. Take this problem 24.1. The principal stress at a point in a elastic material or 100 Newton per mm square. I will put here. The principal stresses at a point in an elastic material are 100 Newton per mm square. And then under 50 Newton per mm square for compressive. If the stress at the elastic limit in simple tension is 200 Newton per mm square, determine whether the failure of material will occur according to maximum principal stress theory. If not, then determine the factor of safety. Principal stress at a point in elastic material or 100 per meter square times that 80 Newton square. Also tensile and 50 Newton per meter square compressive. Three principal stresses are given in this problem. Two tensile stresses and one is compressive. If the stress at the elastic limit in the simple tension is 200 Newton per mm square. Determine whether the failure of material will occur according to maximum principal stress theory. This is the first theory to characterize the problem. For example, model. If you write the data, first write the data, given data, this problem. Sigma 1 equal to 100 Newton per mm square, sigma 2 equal to 80 Newton per mm square. This principal stress theory, I will go to principal stress theory. Right, given the take this formula, this is the principal stress theory, sigma 1 and sigma 2 and sigma 3. Principal stresses at a point in three perpendicular directions. The stress sigma 1 and sigma 2 are tangential and sigma 3 is compressive. Also, sigma 1 is more than sigma 2. This is the condition for principal stress. And sigma T star the tensile stress at the elastic limit in simple tension. Sigma C star compressive stress at the elastic limit in simple compression. You know the formula, this derivation part, write the same principal stress theory, sigma 1 and sigma 2 and sigma 3. Stress at elastic limit is simple tension also is given. Elastic limit sigma T star equal to 200 Newton per mm square. To determine whether the failure of material will occur or not from the three given stresses, the maximum principal tensile stress is sigma 1 equal to 100 Newton per mm square, and the stress at the elastic limit in simple tension is sigma T star that equal to 200 Newton per mm square, as sigma 1 is less than sigma T star. This is the condition, sigma 1 less than sigma T star. The failure will not occur according to maximum principal stress theory. This is the condition for principal stress theory. Sigma 1 is less than sigma T star. Second, factor of safety. Using equation 24.1b, we get 24.1b. Another equation. Same principal stress theory. The equation 24.1b is the 24.1b. This is the sigma 1 equal to sigma t. Not exit permeable stress sigma t for the given material. Sigma 1 equal to sigma t. Sigma t permeable stress and is given by sigma t equal to sigma t star by safety factor. Thus, the concept we go to sigma 1 equal to sigma t, therefore sigma t equal to 100 divided by 1 square. From equation 24.1c, see the 24.1c sigma c equal to sigma t equal to the equation 24.1c sigma t equal to sigma t star by safety factor. That is the same formula. You will be substitute this in value. Sigma t equal to sigma t star divided by factor of safety. Therefore, factor of safety equal to sigma t star divided by sigma t. Sigma t star 200 divided by 100. Factor of safety 100. Okay, sigma 1 equal to sigma t. Sigma t is the factor of safety. Uh, Factor of safety equal to sigma t star by sigma t. 200 by 100. Factor of safety equal to 2.0. This is the answer. This is the procedure for calculating the permissible stress theory in theory of failures. The first case, principal stress theory, example problem, and example problem 24.2 to same the principal stress theory to calculate the problem. I will explain again second problem. The principal stresses at a point in a simple elastic material or 200 Newton per mm square tensile, 100 Newton per mm square tensile, and 50 Newton per mm square compressive. If the stress at the elastic limit in simple tension is 200 Newton per mm square, determine whether the failure of the material will occur according to maximum principal strain theory. Maximum principal strain theory, take Poisson's ratio 0.3. Okay, this is the problem. For example, second theory, maximum principal strain theory, for three directions, three stresses. See the equation. Uh, the formula is sigma t and sigma c. The formulas are there. Sigma t star divided by safety factor, sigma c star by safety factor. Same the problem, write the given data to calculate this maximum principal stress strain theory. Use to take Poisson's ratio 0.3. Poisson's ratio symbol is nothing but mu. You write the stresses sigma 1 equal to 100 Newton per mm square tensile, sigma 2 equal to 100 Newton per mm square tensile, sigma 3 equal to 50 Newton per mm square compressive. Science indication compressive minus 50 Newton per mm square. Stress at elastic limit in simple tension already is given the within the elastic limit versus given problem 200 Newton per mm square. Poisson's ratio also is given. mu equal to 0.3. To determine whether the failure of material will occur at or not according to maximum principal strain theory. Out of three principal stresses, the maximum principal standard stress is sigma 1. Hence, the maximum principal strain will be in the direction of sigma 1. Let this strain is E1, hence maximum principal strain the direction of sigma 1 will be E1 equal to 1 by E sigma 1 minus mu sigma 2 plus sigma 3. Finally, substitute this value and guard the value for strain due to stress at a realistic limit in simple tension. E suffix T star that equal to sigma T star divided by capital E. Capital E means Young's modulus steel. Uh, According to maximum principal strain theory, the failure of material occurs if the maximum principal strain reaches the strain due to stress at elastic limit in simple tension. Here, E1 less than E is T star, hence failure will not occur. That is the condition. E1 less than E suffix T star, that is the condition for hence failure not occur. The failure not will be occur. This is the maximum principal strain theory condition. Okay, Young's modulus is not given. Young's modulus also is given to calculate the problem, to calculate the U1 value and ET star value. Okay, next problem 24.3. Maximum principal strain theory and maximum principal stress theory and strain theory, both conditions is given to calculate the problem. Okay. Determine the diameter of a bolt which is subjected to an axial pull of 9 kilonewtons together with a transverse shear force of 44.5 kilonewtons using maximum principal stress theory and maximum principal strain theory. Give the elastic limit in tension to 25 Newton per square and factor of safety also is given 3. That is the and Poisson's ratio also is given 0.3. Write the given data for axial pull, that is the force, that is the load, 9 kilonewtons, that means 7 into newtons, and transfer shear force equal to 4.2, 4.5 kilonewtons converted to 4 newtons, and elastic limit in tension sigma suffix T star that equal to 225 Newton per ounce square, that is the elastic limit. Factor of safety also is given 3. Buoyancy ratio mu equal to 0.3. The permissible stress in tension is given by equation. Permissible stress in tension is given by equation 24.2b. C 24.2b. Sigma T equal to sigma T star divided by safety factor. Write the formula and sigma T value. Calculate the sigma T value. 75 Newton per mm square. The axial pull will produce tensile stress, whereas transfer shear force will produce shear stress in the bolt. Let us calculate these stresses. Okay, you need to calculate the uh, shear force will be produce shear stress in the bolt. Let us calculate these stresses. Okay, let D equal diameter of bolt in mm. Okay, now tensile stress sigma equal to stress, the formula load by area. Load P equal to area of cross section, that is the diameter is given, area of the diagonal formula pi by 4 d square, substitute to these values, 4 into 9000 uh, divided by pi d square. The pi value, got the value 11,459 divided by d square Newton per ohm square. and tau equal to, that is the shear stress formula for shear force divided by cross sectional area, 4f by pi d square, that is 4 into 45,000 pi d square, got the value 5729.5 divided by d square Newton per mm square. That is tangent stress. This is the shear stress. Two formulas are there. Two values are there. Now let us calculate the maximum and the minimum principal stresses. The principal stresses maximum and the minimum in the bolt are given by sigma 1 and sigma 2, sigma by 2 plus or minus root of sigma by 2 whole square plus tau square. To calculate for a maximum and minimum principal stresses, sigma 1 and sigma 2, got the values sigma 1 and sigma 2. Uh, Finally, substitute these values. Sigma 1 equal to 57,729.5 divided by d square plus 8,103 by d square, that equal to 13,832.5 divided by d square. The sigma 2 minus 2,373.5 divided by d square Newton per m square. Hence, the principal stresses in the bolt are sigma 1 and sigma 2, and OR 13832.5 d square, comma minus 2373.5 divided by d square and O. Okay. Determine the bolt according to magnet principal stress theory. Here, diameter of bolt is to calculate this becomes the case of design for the purpose of design according to maximum principal stress theory. The maximum principal stress should not exceed the permissible stress sigma t in tension. Here, the maximum principal stress is sigma 1. Hence, using the equation 24.1b, we get sigma 1 equal to sigma t. The value for sigma t, substitute b value 13.6 mm. 13.6 d diameter of the bolt 13.6 mm. Second, diameter of bolt according to maximum principal strain theory. The sigma 1 equal to sigma 2, both values are known. Here, maximum principal stress is sigma 1, hence maximum strain will be in the direction of maximum strain, that equal to sigma 1 by E minus E by mu by E, sigma 1 2 plus sigma 3. Common 1 by E, sigma 1 minus mu, sigma 2 plus sigma 3. Substitute these values. The sigma 1 value and sigma 2 value, got the value 1 by E into 145 double 4.5 double 4.55 divided by d square. Maximum strain due to permissible stress in tension, that equal to, that is formula 1 by E into sigma t, that equal to 1 by E into 75. The value sigma t value for design purpose, as here diameter is to be calculation. The maximum strain should be equal to the strain due to permissible stress in tension. Hence, equating the two values is given by equation 1 and equation 2. Both the values to guard the diameter of bolt d equal to root of 14544.55 divided by 75. To guard the value 13.92 mm. The two theories are using to calculate the diameter of bolt. The maximum principal stress theory, the maximum uh, principal strain theory. Okay, this is the process to calculate the diameter of bolt. Another case I will explain, maximum, third case, maximum shear stress theory. The shear stress theory, this theory is due to Gaston Tresca and therefore known as Guest theory. Okay, another name, maximum shear stress theory, another name, Gates theory. Gates theory. According to this theory, the failure of material will occur when the maximum shear stress, that is the main concept, the maximum shear stress in a material reaches the value of maximum shear stress in simple tension at the elastic limit. The maximum shear stress in the material is equal to half of the half, that means sagam. Half ante that means sagam, HALF, half the difference between maximum and minimum principal stress. The maximum principal, the maximum shear stress in the material is equal to of the difference between maximum and minimum principal stress. It is the condition if sigma 1 and sigma 2 and sigma 3 are principal stresses at a point in a material for which sigma T star is the principal stress in simple tension at the elastic limit. Then maximum shear stress in the material that equal to half of different of maximum and minimum principal stress. That means write the equation form 1 by 2 into sigma 1 minus sigma 3. That means difference maximum, and maximum and minimum principal stresses. Okay, maximum and minimum. In case of simple tension at the elastic limit, the principal stresses are sigma T star or comma uh, okay. In simple tension, the stress is existing in one direction only. In simple tension, the stress is existing in one direction only. That is the condition. Maximum shear stress in simple tension at elastic limit that equal to already write the half of different maximum and minimum principal stresses 1 by 2 into sigma T star minus 0. To take only one direction, remaining directions, three direction, both two directions are 0. Take it to only one direction for sigma T star in this shear stress theory. Okay, write the formula. You got the finally at 1 by 2 sigma T star. For the failure material, half of 1 by 2 sigma 1 minus sigma 3 less than or equal, greater than or equal to 1 by 2 sigma T star, or sigma 1 minus sigma 3 greater than or equal to sigma T star. For the failure of material, that is the equation. For actual design, that is when some quantity is to be calculated, instead of sigma T star, the allowable stress sigma T in simple tension should be considered sigma T equal to sigma T star divided by safety factor. Hence, for design, the following equation should be used. That is the equation 24.3a is to be used for design purpose only. When some quantity is to be calculated, it should not be used for determining the failure of the material due to maximum shear stress theory. That is the condition. Only calculating the some calculated it should not calculating for design purpose only. Okay, this equation only calculating design purpose only, not the maximum failure, determining the failure of the material due to maximum shear stress theory. Okay, this is the derivation part for maximum shear stress theory. Okay, this is the formula for maximum shear stress in the material. That equal to, this is the formula of 1 sigma 1 minus sigma 3 maximum and minimum. That is the difference. And taken into account in case of simple tension at the elastic limit, the principal stresses are this only take in one direction, sigma T star, that is the tension direction. Remaining are 0, 0, two directions. Maximum shear stress is simple tension at the elastic limit. That is called formula using minimum and maximum principal stresses to substitute 1 by 2 sigma t star minus 0. Got the value 1 by 2 sigma t star. For the failure of material failure, take the equation condition 1 by 2 sigma 1 minus sigma 3 greater than or equal to 1 by 2 sigma t star, or sigma 1 minus sigma 3 greater than or equal to sigma t star. That is the equation for failure of material. That is the 24.3. 24.3. Another equation for actual design, that is some quantity is to be calculated instead of sigma t star. Allowable stress sigma t. You know the allowable stress sigma t in simple tension. That is the allowable stress should be considered sigma t equal to, write the formula, sigma t star divided by safety factor. Hence, for design, the following equation should be used. Okay, the equation 24.3a. Okay, that is the sigma 1 minus sigma 3 equal to sigma t. That is the equation for using design purpose. This maximum shear stress theory to calculate the problem 24.4. 24.4. For the data given in problem 24.2. Same data will be taken in 24.2. Already explained the problem. Same data taken to calculate the problem. Calculate the maximum shear stress theory. For the data is given problem 24.2, determining whether failure of material will occur or not according to the maximum shear stress theory. Write the given data for problem 24.2, the 24.2 given data same sigma 1, sigma 2 and sigma 3. And also is given an elastic limit sigma t star 200 mm square. Now maximum shear stress developed in the material. You know the formula of the sigma 1 minus sigma 3. Write the and substitute this value 250 by 2 125 mm square. Here sigma 1 is maximum and sigma 3 is minimum. Maximum shear stress at elastic limit in simple tension 1 by 2 into sigma t star, that equal to 1 by 2 into 200, got the value 100 Newton per mm square. As maximum shear stress developed in the material is 125 Newton per mm square, whereas maximum shear stress at the elastic limit in simple tension is 100 Newton per mm square. Hence, failure will occur. Failure will occur. Hence, failure will occur. Okay. This is example problem for shear stress theory. Next class, I will explain another example problem and explain the remaining two theories to complete this theory of failures for unit 1. Okay, thank you this opportunity.